So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Wow! So I did my face and my brows and my contour already. So I'm just going to be doing my eyes since this is just an eye look. And I'm going to be looking at my external monitor a lot because I do film on my own. I do everything on my own. And I always want to make sure that I'm in focus just so I'm going to edit. I don't have a lot of trash footage to use. So when I'm looking down, I'll just be looking at my monitor. I primed my eyes already and I'm going to start off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self Made Palette. I'm going to start off with this shade, Buttery, and I'm using my Morphe G14 brush to apply that all over the lid, and it's just going to make all the shadows look a lot better and make it easier to apply. So I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and just really pack it on loosely underneath my eyes so that if any fallout does transfer onto my face, we can just dust it off and it won't mess up our face makeup. So basically, you want to look like a cocoa bar. Just kidding. So I'm first going to take my Morphe G17 brush. It's one of my favorite blending brushes. Super soft synthetic bristles. So I'll be using the NYX Avant Pop palette that they sent me, and I just love these colors, are just so gorgeous. And I'm going to take this light pink shade right here and I'm just going to apply that as my transition shade. Alright, now I'm going to go back into that same palette. I'm going to take this purple shade right here and lightly dust that right underneath the pink. I'm going to go with my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Central Perk. This nice burgundy wine shade. Honestly, I purchased this because I'm obsessed with Friends and it's called Central Perk, so of course I had to get it. And also it's just a really beautiful burgundy shade. I'm going to take that same brush I use as my transition and then just kind of swipe it in there and then apply it to my crease. I'm going to bring it in, like, up until here. And just blend it out. I'm going to leave my lid space bare. I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush. It's another one of my favorite blending brushes and it's clean, and I'm just going to blend out the edges. I'm going to take my Sigma E25 brush and I'm going to use that to go directly into the Central Perk and then just really get my bristles in there and then pat it on the outer corners just to really intensify that wine color. And I'm just going to pat it on and blend it out after I get my desired intensity. I'm going to go back in with my Morphe G17 and blend that out. And then I'm just going to bring it into my inner corners. I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush. I'm going to go back into this purple shade very lightly just to clean up the edges. Very lightly, and then shake off the excess and then just kind of go over the top. Really clean it up and blend it out. Now that that's done, I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC20. And I'm going to take a flat synthetic brush. I'm going to take my brush into the product and make my lid space very precise. And I'm going to use this to do that. And then I'm going to go back in and then just make this line right here a lot more sharp. I'm going to go back in with my Morphe G14 and the shade Buttery from the Self Made Palette and go over that concealer just to set it. I'm going to go back in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self Made Palette and I'm going to take this shade right here called Pink Champagne and I'm going to apply that where we apply the concealer. And then we're just going to let it gradient out to right about here, and then we're going to just blend more of the wine shade and it's just going to be gorgeous. So I'm going to take the same flat synthetic brush, I cleaned it off, and I'm going to dip it into Pink Champagne, spray it a little bit with Fix Plus just to make the most out of it and make it more vibrant, and then apply that very carefully right on the lid. So now I'm going to clean up the edges right here and just make it gradient very smoothly. So I'm going to take my Sigma E25 brush and dip it into Colourpop Central Perk and just smooth it all out. And then I'm going to take my MAC 224 blending brush, kind of mix the light pink and purple shade from the NYX Avant Pop palette, and then shake it off and then just dust it over everything. Okay, so now we can dust off our bake because we're done with eyeshadow. So I'm just going to dust it off and all the fallout is going to go along with it, leaving us with just a perfect eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go in with a winged liner and I'm going to use my NYX Black Liquid Liner. I didn't breathe that whole time. I honestly think there are 3 things that take that much concentration. It is eyeliner, eyebrows, and anything that has to do with math. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna be using the Loreal Voluminous mascara. I'm going to be using my Kiss Blooming Lash in Lily. I love these lashes, they're my favorite right now, and I'm just going to pop those on. So I'm all done with my lashes, and since this is a nighttime glam, you could definitely stop here and just rock it like this, but since it is a nighttime glam, I think I want to smoke out my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with this shade right here in deep purple, and I'm going to use my G14 brush. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara to coat my lower lash line very lightly. I'm going to do my blush now, and I'm going to be using NYX Blush in Amber. It's just this nice naturally blushing shade. I'm going to be taking my Morphe 527 brush, this fluffy brush. So now that that's all done, I'm going to do my highlight, and I'm going to be using my Laura Geller highlight in Ballerina. And I'm going to use my Morphe E3 brush. I love this brush for highlight. It's synthetic bristles. And then apply it to the high points of my cheekbones. Before I do my lips, I like to spray my face with MAC Fix Plus. And I kind of concentrated more on the apples of my cheeks just to blend my highlight, my blush, and my contour all together. And I don't really put it on my T-zone. I kind of just let my primer do its work. Now I'm gonna do my lips. First, I'm gonna go in with my NYX lip liner in Ever. It's kind of a mauve shade, but darker than mauve, so it's like a dark mauve shade. And I'm just gonna line my lips with this. I'm gonna go in with my MAC liquid lipstick in Oh Lady, this beautiful wine shade. It matches our eyeshadow. So this is the finished look. This is what I came up with for a nighttime date glam, whatever event you may have. If it's just watching Netflix and chilling, if it's hanging out with friends, hanging out with your girlfriends, hanging out with your guy friends, going on a date, whatever. I think this is just a beautiful look to wear whenever. And I love this lip. It's one of my favorite lips ever, and it's a matte liquid lipstick, so it's not going to transfer when you kiss your significant other. Point blank, when you're kissing somebody, you don't want them to be wearing your makeup. So a matte liquid lipstick is always a great step to take when doing your lipstick. I always do a matte liquid lip. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you can look out for even more videos. And I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah.